like to tell you, nobody's got secrets in a little prairie town. But my friend Bill Gibson had one, and it was a doozy. Bill had to sneak around at night because he owed folks a whole swat of cash. And if they'd known what he was doing with it, they'd have been mighty displeased. You see, Bill Gibson was a dreamer. In his time, he'd been a gold panner, an explorer, an inventor, and a railway promoter. Well, none of those had come to much. But now he was caught by a dream that had him by the throat and wouldn't let him go. Yep, Bill Gibson was building a flying machine. He was going to be the first man in Canada to fly like a bird, if he could finish before his secret got out. After this, well, Bill figured that maybe Saskatchewan just wasn't ready for the age of flight. So he moved to British Columbia, where they could appreciate a man with new ideas. I read Bill's notice in the paper and went down right away to give him a hand. Bill, I said, Lockie McLaughlin here. That's me, mechanic, handyman, and real good with ideas. Well, anyway, Bill was starting right from scratch. Built himself a brand new engine, the patented Gibson dual air screw counter rotating aero engine. Whew, there's a mouthful. All he needed to make history was the right set of wings. That's where I came in. For 3 years, Bill worked away at his designs, mostly on his own. I'd just drop by now and again with a pointer or two. Then came that day in '09. I never will forget it. When I read that headline, I knew we were in trouble. Some telephone guy in Nova Scotia had built a flying machine, and he'd beaten Bill to the punch. Oh, poor Bill. I could see he was ready to throw it all in. I had to act fast. Bill was so grateful to see me. Of course, once he realized what I had to offer, he gave me a job on the spot. Bill was a dreamer, but he wasn't too practical. But with a few pointers from me, he was soon on the right track. Why, in no time at all, Bill and I had that contraption ready to fly. We called it the Gibson Twin-Plane Flying Machine Mark I. I decided to let Bill make the first flight. After all, it was his aeroplane. I just worked my mechanical magic on the engine and let her rip.
Darling, there's no denying your love is mesmerizing. If we can wait tightly flying back to your arms, up through clouds and blue sky with my birds I do. I walk as the free world below us, high and high.
Now, it's true that landing in a tree hadn't been part of the plan, but Bill wasn't a fella to let details get in the way of his dream. We'd hardly finished picking up the pieces when he was hip deep in a new design. I knew Bill was going to build another plane, but deep down I figured it was time for me to move on. Bill got a bit emotional, but he could see that I was eager to try out a little idea of my own. I admit there were a few problems I had yet to work out. But like Bill always said, you got to grab hold of a dream and see where it takes you.
Clouds and blue sky with my bird's eye view. I'd watch as the dream world below passed on by as I fly back to you. Your sweet kiss is my navigation, my memories they still fit true. On wing with the buoyant sensations of love, my dreams fly me to you. Clouds and blue sky with my bird's eye view. I'd watch as the dream world below passed on by as I'd fly back to you.